I'm Deborah Fries, the founder and president of Boston Impact Initiative and a professor at Tufts University. And we're here to start at the very beginning of changing our economic systems. So the module today is about laying the foundation for integrated capital and for community-based investing. And to do that, we have to reverse engineer a few things. We're going to have to do a little bit of deprogramming around our beliefs about how change happens, about the role of finance in the world, and about our economic system. So the way I'm going to approach today is we're going to start with three core questions that we're going to address. The first is, how does change happen in complex adaptive systems? And that's going to require that we dig into what is a complex adaptive system and why are we talking about it? The second question is, what are our beliefs around which our economic system is organizing? So these are beliefs that may be tacit, that we have in the background in our society, that we want to bring to the foreground and make choices around. And the third question is, how can finance be used to transmute resources from extractive to regenerative? So that's our inquiry today. And I want to start by exploring why we're talking about complex adaptive systems. So first, we've got to define that. So a system, if I asked you what a system was, you'd be like, I know what a system is. It's something that we all innately understand, but I want to break it down a little bit. When we talk about systems, what we mean is a collection of interrelated elements that act according to a set of rules and yet form a unified whole. The system is influenced by the context it's in, it's described by its boundaries, it's defined by its structure, its function, and its role, and it's expressed through its functioning. A complex system, so complex means that it's a dynamic network of interactions, and that dynamic network of interactions results in unpredictable behavior. And by adaptive, we mean that the individual and collective behavior mutates and self-organizes. And self-organizing is a key word. Self-organizing and emergence are going to be at the core of a lot of what I'm talking about, how we're going to change our economic systems. So a complex adaptive system, it's easier to think about examples, right? So the climate is a complex adaptive system. Traffic flows are complex adaptive systems. So are cities, markets, governments, ecosystems, social networks, insect colonies. Sometimes it's really easy to think about bees and beehives because the intelligence that lives at the level of the hive is an emergent phenomenon. It doesn't live in any one of the bees. The bee is dumb, meaning the bee has a specific role, but the brilliance of the hive is in a complex adaptive system. It's an emergent phenomenon. Also, you will find in there the brain, political parties, communities, the internet, right? So consider what that means and then go back to the definitions of complex adaptive systems to understand what we're dealing with, because we are dealing with the finance system is a complex adaptive system. Our economy is a complex adaptive system, and we want to bring the right approach in thinking about how to change it. And so for that reason, I want to introduce you to a framework called the Cynefin framework.